hab was für dich. Soll ich's dir zeigen? Eine Sporttölpelbrosche. Solange du sie dabei hast, kann dir nichts Schlimmes passieren. Versprochen.
Willkommen und fröhliche Hungerspiele.
Ich liebe das. Ladies first. Primrose Everdeen.
Ich melde mich freiwillig! Ich melde mich freiwillig als Tribut!
The Hunger Games is it's set in a post-apocalyptic future where you have an extremely corrupt government which has all the power and the money and the technology, and you have these 12 districts or small cities living around this capital, and most of these districts are living in depression and don't have a lot of money, and every year they get forced to randomly choose 2 children between 12 and 18 from each of these districts to go into these Hunger Games, which is a televised reality TV show where the object of the game is the last one standing.
I think one of the biggest differences between this and most other sci-fi kind of fantasy sort of type genre books is the fact that it's a female lead, which is different. You know, Katniss Everdeen is a very strong female lead that's not ruled by love. She's ruled by her wanting to survive and get back to her family. That's one of the biggest differences. I think also Suzanne Collins is an extremely talented writer that has found a way to connect with all sorts of generations.
I liked that she wasn't a hero, that she just became a hero. And I thought it was really refreshing to kind of have this hero where we don't know she's going to win. You know, it's not James Bond or Lara Croft who's done this a million times and who has all the gadgets and tools, and we just have to watch them win. You know, she's very vulnerable, and there's never really a moment where she thinks she won't die.
Katniss is pitted against so much that's so difficult, and it's so overwhelming for her. And yet at the same time she manages to stay human, find her humanity, care about others, even be willing to give her life for other people she cares about in a game that's about survival. And she's willing to sacrifice her whole survival for a set of values and a feeling and an empathy that she's acquired in the process. So, that's a very intimate story. At the same time, it's a big story, and I think that distinguishes it from a lot of sci-fi where it's just about kind of either the action, the spectacle, or the sort of futuristic speculation.
No, because that's Gary Ross. That's why I wanted to do these movies, is because there's not one false, unsophisticated popcorn part of Gary Ross. Everything that he does is sophisticated and real, and even if he's making, and that's what we all wanted to make. We didn't want to make a cool, badass, new, big blockbuster. I mean, we all really believed in this story and feel really passionate about it, and that's what he made.
Well, I don't think there was another way to do it. I think that we have to be in her point of view. We have to feel like we're with her. If this becomes some gushy, overproduced, slick Hollywood entertainment, then we're making a slick Hollywood entertainment about kids killing each other, and we're exploiting that ourselves. Then we've turned into the Capitol, and the only way to do this was to make it feel naturalistic and real, because I don't think it could have sustained anything else.
Yeah, I think that I was surprised. We didn't change much at all. We stayed very true to the book. That was our kind of mission from the get-go. And as far as the violence goes in the books, I think that it's not glorified at all. It's not made to look cool or very gory. It's just very real, and that's kind of what we wanted to keep it in the book.
I think that audiences really respond when films give them enough credit. People said the same thing about a movie I did called Winter's Bone, and we all thought it's a great movie, but it's never going to really make any success because nobody wants to sit in a dark theater and kind of watch a depressing, dark movie, and then it exceeded every single person's expectations. And I think that it's kind of refreshing to actually think during a movie and not have to shut your brain off. And yes, those films do very well, and it's great, and I love comedies and Pixar, like blah blah blah, as much as the next person. But I also think that it's refreshing to not have a story spoon-fed to you.
I think that one of the main messages in Hunger Games is hope. So even though it kind of is a dark story, when you leave the theater, you kind of have a feeling of hope and sort of believing that even if an issue is bigger than you can rise up against it sometimes. So I think that audiences will go there because as a reader, I went there and I love the book so much, and millions of fans of the books have, and the movie is very true to the book. So yes, I think that the viewers will go with us there.
Katniss Everdeen, das Mädchen, das in Flammen steht! Was hast du deiner Schwester gesagt, als du dich bei der Ernte freiwillig gemeldet hast?
Dass ich versuchen würde, für sie zu gewinnen.
Und ob du es versuchst? Ich frage mich die ganze Zeit, wie ich ihnen zeigen kann, dass sie mich nicht besitzen. Wenn ich sterbe, will ich trotzdem ich selbst sein.
Ich kann mir nicht leisten, so zu denken.